Welcome back to Godot Dev Checkpoint. Now we've mastered movement. Now we tackle game architecture. Today's goal is twofold. First, we're going to create a proper level scene and use instancing to place our player into it, much like we did in the testing in the last one. Second, we're going to create our first reusable object, a coin, using the crucial Area2D node and its signals. This is a checkpoint that separates single scene tests from scalable games. Let's dive in. Now to start out with, we are still in our welcome scene. We are going to get rid of everything we put in here for testing. We can delete the player. We don't need it in our welcome scene. Delete node player. Okay. Static body 2D. We can also get rid of that floor we made. Delete. Okay. Now our welcome scene is back to how it was. Then we can save that, leave that blank. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new scene, new scene. We're going to start with just a normal 2D scene. It's our node 2D root. What we're going to do is rename this, click in there once, rename it level 1. Then we're going to save this scene because it's unsaved. You can either go to scene or press Control S. Save scene as, make sure we're in our scenes folder, name it level 1, and save. Now just like we did for testing, we want to bring our player into the scene. Now we can either right click in the scene and instantiate, or in our file system, we can find our player scene, click and hold and drag it into level 1 right here. And now our player is inside of level 1. Now you notice if you do right click in the scene, you'll see this chain link here. What that basically means is you're linking this scene to your player scene. This shows that it's an instance, a reusable copy of our blueprint for our player. Instancing is the Godot way of assembling a game. You can find more about that in the documentation I'll link below. That way, if you like, you can scroll through and dive in as deep as your heart desires. Now let's add a floor. Like we used in our last video, we can make it permanent this time though. This time we're going to add a static body 2D. So when you're level 1 selected, right click, add child node, static body 2D. As our node configuration warning says, it needs a shape. So it needs to consider adding a collision shape 2D. So we need to add that as a child. You can right click, add child node. And we're doing a collision body or collision shape 2D. That's what we want. Create. Now this configuration warning says we need a shape for it to function. So with it selected in the inspector, we want to click on the empty, and we'll just add a rectangle shape. And now we have a floor. We just need to put it on the floor. So remember, our blue lines here are our current viewport for our camera. So we can extend this out. If you have trouble grabbing, you can zoom in. And then put this on the floor. Here. And we'll extend it all the way over. Control S to save. Now we're going to create another new scene. So a scene, new scene. We're going to just do a 2D scene. Now with this node 2D selected, we're going to right click. This time we're just going to change its type. We're going to change its type to Area2D. Right there. And change. Now it didn't change the name, so what we can do is actually right click or left click in there, just rename it to Area2D, just to be descriptive. Now this node is the sensor of the physics world. It detects when something enters or exits its shape, but it doesn't stop movement. Perfect for a coin or a trigger. You can find the Area2D documentation below. That way if you want to scroll through it, you can at your leisure. So to get a visual, we also need a sprite 2D child. Right click, or you can click this plus icon, add child node, sprite 2D. We also need something to then collide with. So we need a collision shape. In our root node, right click, add child, collision shape 2D, create. Now this needs a shape to get this configuration warning to go away. Since we're doing a coin and our shape empty, we'll just do a circle shape 2D. Since we don't have a coin asset yet, we can go to our sprite 2D and change the texture to our Godot icon and load, and just use our icon again and differentiate from the player. What we can do is in the transform, we can change the scale. This chain link means it's going to affect both at the same time, and we just make it smaller, 0.5. Boop. And now we have a coin. We're going to name this Area2D, be more descriptive, into a coin. And then we're unsaved, so we want to go to Scene, Save Scene, and make sure we're in our Scenes folder, and name this Scene Coin. Save. And last but not least, our collision shape is where our player is going to be able to collide. So this circle needs to cover this entire icon. So the collision shape 2D, if we click on the circle shape 2D right here, it's going to bring up some options. And we want the radius to be bigger. So we can extend this out with the handle. Make sure this covers everything. Looks like about 42 will do it. The answer to everything. Control S to save. Now we have a coin. Now we just need to tell the coin it's able to be picked up. We're going to do that with a script. So with coin selected, we're going to attach a new script. We're going to put it in its proper folder and put it in the right path in the root. Go to scripts, and we have player and hello world in there. We're going to change this to coin. Now we'll keep the default stuff here, create. And we don't need any of this boilerplate stuff, so we can delete it for now. Save, Control S. Now that we have the script, we need the signal. Now with our coin selected, we have in the inspector panel, also have this tab called node. Let's click on that. Now if you don't see anything in this window, make sure we have one selected, and you should see all the signals that this can emit. If you still don't see anything, click away and click back on it, and it should pop up. Now this is the most crucial checkpoint. What you're looking at is a list of all the signals this node can emit, or send out. Think of signals like a radio station. The Area2D is the emitter, the radio station. It's constantly broadcasting events like, I've been entered, or I've been pressed. Now our coin GD script is the listener, your radio. It needs to tune in and subscribe to a specific channel. Just like you can subscribe to Godot Dev Checkpoint. Since we want to know when a physics body enters our coin, find the body entered node 2D signal. Now you want to double click it. Now we are connecting our coin.gd script to the body entered signal. When you click connect, Godot automatically writes a function for us in the script called onBodyEntered. This function is the code that runs when the signal is broadcast. So let's click connect. Now this new function runs every time the signal is emitted. You'll notice it's connected with this little green mark here. Now inside this function, we need to remove the coin when it's picked up. So we're going to use a thing called queueFree. Now we're going to delete the pass. There's placeholder text. Just a quick reminder, pay attention to your indentation. Make sure you see Godot's built-in tab marks. And we're going to do something that safely remove this coin instance from the game. That way it doesn't take up any more memory and it's gone. So that commented, we're going to write queueFree. Now, if you're curious more about that, you can hold down Control and click on it, read about it in the editor, or go to the documentation that I will link below. Now, queue-free is the safest way to delete any node in Godot. It queues the node for deletion at the end of the current frame, preventing crashes. Now save your coin.gd script. Now once again, you'll see we have that similar warning, just like the Delta one. This is never used, the body parameter. So if you intended, prefix it to get rid of the error or the caution. So we can put an underscore there, and that will go away. You can save it again if that bothers you. And coin.gd is good to go. Now let's go back to our level 1 2D tab and our coin scene. We can now drag and drop anywhere onto the scene where our player will be able to get it. So we'll put a couple here, a couple there, somewhere where they have to jump to get it, and there. Now when you run level 1, the scene, use your controls and move into the coins. They should vanish instantly. Now remember, our main scene is a welcome scene. Level 1 is a separate scene. So we need to use not the project run, we need to use the current scene run. So let's test it out. Run your current scene. Players should fall and drop. Run into our coins, and they vanish immediately. Success! Now if your coins disappear, clear the instancing and signals checkpoint. In the next video, we'll dive deeper into signals by tackling UI interaction and making a button work. Now if you found this helpful, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell to Godot Dev Checkpoint. And remember, finished, not perfect, you'll learn more from failing than any success. So fail fast and fail often. And always, stay curious. See you in the next one. Now this is the most crucial checkpoint. What you're looking at is a list of all the signals this node can emit, or send out. Think of signals like a radio station. The Area2D is the emitter, the radio station,